Yo, people, and welcome to Through a Different Lens podcast. I'm your co-host, Joe.
Guys, Jacob.
Don't know why I was doing this. Some ring around the roses. Obviously, Deji ain't with us because he's on holiday. Enjoy your holiday, brother.
Yes,
Shout out
definitely.
me and Mrs. Deji too. So, how we doing, bro? Good?
All okay, man. All okay. Start to the week, early recording, as we like to do. So
Yes.
get all the stuff from the weekend of the previous week.
Indeed. But when we do obviously release it for you guys, when you do see segments and clips, etc., we'll try and make it valid to those days, etc.
Of course.
etc. Because you know we're very thoughtful.
Yes.
How's your week gone? Everything?
Yeah, man. Okay. Football's been busy.
Yeah.
Like, schedule's busy towards the back end of the season because we had a lot of games called off and that sort of stuff. So, it's just been a busy time. And it's going to be that way until the end of the season, really. So I'm just preparing for that kind of every day, non-stop. Every other day feels like a game. Traveling consistently. So, yeah, just trying to fit in things where I can fit in. Obviously, Mrs. birthday was this week.
Oh, yes.
Well, it was yesterday, actually.
Happy
Yes.
birthday, Mrs. Jacob.
Yeah, so we went out for that. Went to a nice spa in Covent Garden.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, some ancient spas.
That's why when you were like, I can voice note quickly.
Yes.
So I kind of knew you were busy, but
yeah,
obviously you're quite good with responding.
Yeah. Yeah, so ancient spas, that was a real good experience. I recommend everyone to go. Very pricey, but I recommend it. It's one of those things that's worth the money.
And you pay your money's worth, you're not really going to complain, are you? Do you know what I mean? So
exactly. So that was good. And yeah, just been Mother's Day was just there as well. So
yes, big up the mums.
Yes.
Hey, we love you lot.
Love you all.
All the mums.
So yeah, it's literally been a woman's week, really. And it was International Women's
Day on Friday. Yes, on Friday last week. So
yeah, we were even trying to get a woman on.
Yes, don't worry, it's coming.
So yeah, we were trying to go with the flow of the week.
Yes.
But yeah, no, in general, it's been all right, man. It's just been busy as always, but I'm happy. So yeah.
Yeah, because like we were saying, a lot of your games that got postponed, some of them far, like Somerset area, couple teams around.
Yep.
Because I think I saw one of them had a real late kickoff on Saturday at like 7:30 or something.
Yeah, Truro.
Yeah.
They're playing at Gloucester.
Yeah. And I remember hearing it on the radio on TalkSport on the way back from, what did I go watch? QPR Middlesbrough. And then it literally just made me think of our previous conversation and obviously thinking, because I remember you saying they're going to have to find a ground somewhere and stuff. And then,
so they found Gloucester.
Yeah.
It's a long journey, I know.
Yeah. One of the previous clubs. Yeah, Mr. Mileage.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, how's things been with you in general?
Yeah, not too bad. Since we last recorded, trying to think. It's been a pretty smooth sailing week. Cannot complain. Literally, I'm there trying to like think what was it, but literally there was nothing that out of the way, good or bad, which is good. Like, can't complain in terms of that sense. Other than that, what did I do this weekend? Yeah, like I said, went to watch QPR v Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough 1-2-0. I like visiting Loftus Road because it's one of those old school grounds, but you feel so close. Like,
yes.
I don't know if you've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I think I played at Loftus Road. Yeah, it's like Ipswich.
Yeah,
similar. Yeah.
Obviously, I haven't been Portman Road, but I know like what you're talking about. So literally, it feels like you're just looking over the pitch, like when you're at the upper tier and stuff. So it was good to go there. I hadn't been there for like a year or two or so.
Nice.
And then, pretty chilled rest of the weekend. Like you said, Mother's Day. Me and my older sister came down from Manny. Went out with mum, dad. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice Mother's Day, so cannot complain at all. But yeah, obviously, might as well go straight.
No, one thing you don't do. Joe doesn't promote himself enough because Joe actually goes around. Yeah, you go around to the games.
Yeah. And
you post on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
You post on TikTok and you have a TikTok page that covers these games. So
okay,
you need to promote yourself and you need to get yourself out there. Come on now.
All right. So basically, from the beginning of this season, I've been documenting every game that I go to. So this weekend that just went past was match day 19. So 19 games that I've gone to this season. across all leagues in England effectively, or if I go abroad and I happen to watch a game, I'll put that there. And initially, I was just putting it on Twitter and just doing like a upload video and like a little verdict kind of thing. And then obviously, as we started uploading stuff on TikTok, I was like, oh, and I'd never been a TikTok user, just had some fake username, like a burner account. If someone sent me a TikTok, I'll watch it and then blah. And I was like, okay, cool. Uploading those videos that I'll all backtrack, put onto TikTok. And then, been using TikTok for every match day now. Obviously, once I get home, I'd either upload it then or the following day. So like this weekend's game, I uploaded it on Sunday. And this weekend's game was my first voiceover one.
Yes, I remember. I
was like, bro, trying to get down with the kids, you get me? So I was like, oh. Then I remember asking my youngest sister, I was like, bro, how do you do this voiceover thing? And then she showed me, and then I went into my room. I was acting like a kid, like a neek. I was like, okay, cool, let's play. And then done my voiceover, and I was like, this is actually much better. Much better. So yeah, going forward, just straight voiceover instead of hearing my voice in the actual video. Either way, it don't make a difference. But just watching it back and doing it. So yeah, that's my thing of obviously Joe and BT, my TikTok and my Twitter, my @ etc. And there I'll be documenting every game that I go to, give quick analysis, show you guys some previews of whatever ground I'm at, how the game's going, player celebrations, stuff. It's like Middlesbrough striker that scored Latif, the first goal. He done a nice little celebration. I managed to catch that, put that on TikTok, so on the video. So yeah. Thank you. Actually, I never really think of that until I'm actually going to a game.
Yeah, see, you gotta promote your thing.
I hear it.
You're there all the time. You gotta,
Yeah, man. You know me. Yeah. I've traveled this country for how many years, mate?
Yeah, it's true.
Backaches and all that jazz. Going to watch football, but I love it. To be fair, it's like some form of. It's like a fan going to watch their team every week. But me, it's more so watching Amanda majority of the time.
Yeah.
Or going to games that, like, if I can get a ticket for, shout out my plugs. And yeah, and obviously then there's some players that I'll specifically
go to watch.
Yeah. If I'd seen like a buzz about them, etc. So I remember telling you the Dartford striker in your league, Ollie Pearce.
No, not Dartford.
Not Dartford.
Worthing.
Yeah, Worthing. They were meant to play Dartford.
Yeah,
and the game got called off. But yeah, me and Jack, we were like, we've been seeing his goal record. We're like, we're going to go try to watch him, etc. Unfortunately, the game was called off and stuff like that. But across all leagues, if there's a name that pops up,
you're going.
As if I'm a scout or agent. I mean, the agents, they used to hit me up, so get me. All I said is, run me my bread now. Everyone run me my bread. And
it's true.
Just if I have an interest in that player, then boom. But even your game may potentially watch that. That's an option. It's close enough. So.
Yeah, it's true.
I'll let you know on Friday.
Yeah, usually when the message comes.
So I don't know what game yet this weekend, but yeah, that's my thing. So yeah, thank you for that actually.
No worries.
Thank you for that. But yes,
let's get into it.
We can get into this weekend's heavyweight clash. Obviously, they've been the top two teams in the Premier League for a big stint.
Not anymore.
Yeah, no, for a long period. Or they still are.
Yeah.
And obviously now Arsenal, you guys have joined the race, top of the table and that.
Not about that.
Maybe when this comes out, no, you'll still be top of the table.
We're not playing. When our next Prem game's against Man City.
Yeah, end of the month.
Yeah, so we're not playing.
Because there's only like 4 or 5 games this weekend.
Your international break.
Yeah. No.
There's FA Cup.
FA Cup,
the international break. Yeah.
But this weekend, and none of the top 3 are playing this weekend, I believe. So, yeah, but obviously, Man City, Liverpool, or Liverpool, Man City, because it was at Anfield. What was your thoughts as an Arsenal fan?
Well, last week I did say that I needed a 1-1 draw.
You actually did.
Yeah.
You actually did.
I said a 1-1 draw is the best result possible for Arsenal. That came to fruition. I felt that Man City in the first half. By the way, I'm out with the missus at this time, and I'm having to watch the game. She weren't the happiest, but she understood where I was coming from.
You're getting a little side eye.
Yeah, she understood where I was coming from because So first half, I felt like Man City were in control, dominated the game, and they looked like Man City. And then also great set piece routine for the goal.
Quality. I was listening to Stones today. Was it today? Well, from yesterday, talk about it, and he said they literally worked on it. I think the day before they've done it a few times. So like, oh, this is something we can do. Then, boom. But sorry, go on.
Yeah. So great game in general. But I felt like Man City dominated the first half, and then obviously they come out second half, and then Ake makes that mistake, and you could see once he made that mistake, and obviously Edison's got injured and a lot's happened, you could see the momentum completely turn. You can't let Anfield get into the game.
Bro, I need to go to Anfield just at a very top high level game just to experience this atmosphere that people talk about.
Because when you let Anfield get into the game, it's a big issue. I remember Arsenal were 2-0 up there last season, and they let Anfield get into the game from a mistake from, I think it was Xhaka at the time. And then you let Anfield get in the game, and it quickly turns on its head. And once they let Anfield get in the game, they brought on Mo Salah. The game completely switched.
I thought they were going to win it.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to win it.
I thought they were going to win it.
And they missed a lot of key chances. Like Diaz went through one-on-one.
He had a great game besides his finishing.
That's the thing.
Literally a proper great game.
That's the thing. And obviously the end of the game, the VAR decision.
Do you think it was a penalty?
This is the thing. Probably, but in that situation, you're just kind of they're just nah.
See, for me, not a pen. Because he wins the ball and he kind of pulls out. And I've always been quite consistent because Liverpool fan, he was like, how is it not a pen to me yesterday? I was like, Josh, it's not a pen. Well, you know how I am with those kind of challenges.
Yeah.
I'm quite skeptical on a lot of follow-throughs in general because it's so natural.
Yeah.
Like, majority of the time, you can't.
You can't pull back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see Doku doesn't actually follow through. McAllister just
comes towards him. Yeah.
And Doku's even like lifting up his leg and that's how. And you see he wins the ball. I was like, and he's like, oh, but anywhere else on the pitch as a foul. I was like, people always say that, but they need to know that is not the case when it comes to a penalty. We've been watching football for how long now?
Our whole lives.
Like majority of things that are in the box / outside the box, it's not always going to be read the same. It should be, but
it's not.
It's not. So let's just deal with it.
Yeah, different criteria in the box and outside the box.
Exactly. So I was just like,
will there be 100 penalties a match?
Mate. And I was like, if that is what they're going to decide the game on, then Lord of mercy. And thankfully it wasn't decided on that. And I didn't even care who won. But I was just like, I don't want a great game to go down to that. If it's an actual penalty, then fair.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, boom. But obviously some people think it's not. And Liverpool got lucky last week.
Yeah.
Like we discussed. So balance that out. They'll be like,
true.
they're unlucky with decisions, blah, blah, blah.
It happens.
Even you lot. Havertz goal.
Yeah.
Havertz should have been arguably sent off.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yellow, so
you're not wrong. But you know, it's football.
No, it's football.
It happens.
Can't dwell on it too much. Obviously, when it's a big game, the fine margins are even finer.
Yes.
So, but I hate giving credit to them, but because he's a Liverpool manager, but Klopp, like, he didn't have 6 of his starters in, I don't think.
Yeah.
And then the back 5, only Van Dijk's the actual starter. And
because Gomez is in and out.
Yeah. Like, Van Dijk was fairly colossus yesterday.
They didn't have their goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Kelleher's still in goal, yeah.
Kelleher's a good backup. But it's just like how Van Dijk tends to lead anyone that plays around him. And obviously, I want us to have this discussion when Deji's here about ranking Van Dijk all the time. Because I rate him really high. That one I can't deny.
Top 3 easy.
Of all time.
Yeah.
For me, he is as well.
Top 3 easy. I don't know if you're going to include Vidic, Ferdinand.
Vidic I don't think Vidic is in my top 5, and I think I've done this recently in my United chat.
Vidic ain't in your top 5?
Of all time, I don't think so. But we'll address this.
Yes,
yeah. And yeah, like, just Klopp having them ready.
Yes.
NFL mentality. I tweeted that the other day, next man up for them. It showed from the cup final, even this run that they've been on. I think since they lost to you lot.
Yeah, they haven't really. They've lost.
Won, I believe, every game apart from this weekend, or drawn 1 or 2 other games.
Yeah.
But they've had countless injuries, innit?
They've been playing with the kids, really.
Oh, literally, it's just a mix and match. Players are starting, they're getting injured, etc. And I'm just like, bro, like, he's set such form of some identity that not anyone can come in, because
anyone with the right talent,
and the right mindset,
it's
like everyone's ready, like, because Connor Bradley and Kwanzaa, they were both on loan in League One last season.
And now look,
now they're partaking in the title race.
And they look like they should. They don't look out of place.
Yeah, because since Connor Bradley's been playing, bro, it's like I'm like, if Liverpool have found a Trent regen, I'm gonna be so pissed off.
But I think it's because of the way Klopp plays football.
Yeah,
and I feel like he has that filtration through the whole club. As in, the first team play this way, so the under-9s play this way. Mm-hmm. Like, I think it's that sort of thing. If the first team plays some way, the under-9s have to play this way. So if you grow up playing in this system and you play in this high-intensity system, when you come to the first team, obviously the quality level is going to be different.
Yeah.
But the actual system and things you're meant to do and where you're meant to be, it doesn't change. Yeah. So everything becomes easy. But like growing up through an academy, when you're playing 4-3-3 and then the first team say it's playing 3-5-2,
yeah, and
then you've got to switch from a 4-3-3 to a 3-5-2, and you don't know where you're meant to be at certain times, because I feel like Klopp's got that at Liverpool where everyone plays the same way, same system, and there's no kind of people doing their own thing. Mm-hmm. And when you come through that way, I feel like you're always gonna be prepared and ready to just jump in be thrown at the deep end.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Because even the FA Cup game, which was after their League Cup final, they started played a lot of young guys. Mm-hmm. And the young kids that were playing, 18-year-olds.
Scored too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, their dads are ex-pros, but they could be better than their dads.
Yep.
They're at Liverpool, but there's no guarantee they'll stay there.
Of course.
So I think Kumas and Dan's sons. And I'm just like... Usually with obviously going to watch academy ball back in the day, like when you used to play and stuff like that, you would hear the buzz more then, innit?
Yeah.
Of like certain players like Liverpool and stuff like that. Now at top clubs as much, you don't hear the buzz as much on the young G's.
That's true.
But when they're coming into in Liverpool's case, when they're coming into the first team structure, it's just like, boom. Okay, cool. We can integrate them somehow.
Yeah.
They can get minutes here and there.
Mm-hmm. And they're hitting the ground running.
Exactly. They can chip in when first team players are injured. Mm-hmm. And obviously to win titles, you need squads in general. Yep. And it just made me think, not that it's Liverpool's yet, but it kind of like reminiscent of to an extent, when Makeda came in for us. Mm-hmm. Scored two key goals.
Yep.
The winner, I think, Villa, 3-2. And then the next game, Sunderland, we won 1-0 and he scored.
Yep, I remember those goals.
And it's just like, not to say, he didn't make it, because he still played professional football for his career, but like these young G's, no matter whatever they do, if they win the title with Liverpool this season,
you're done. You're sorted,
bro. So it's like, like he said, from once Aki made the mistake, the pressure that Liverpool put on City, then obviously City could have nicked it at the end with Doku hitting the post, and then I think Foden's chance as well. It's just like, I was like, it's a shame Klopp is leaving, because the rivalry of him and Pep, even though Pep's obviously won way more titles and stuff, it's just like, boom. Klopp's even one game up on him on their head-to-head from Germany days as well altogether, and I was just like, the Prem's gonna miss him.
Yeah, 100%.
Like Liverpool have to get their next manager spot on to continue, and so the top key players don't leave as well.
Yeah, and I feel like they need to continue kind of this high intensity style of football. I don't think you can go into a place where you go and play like a Man City. I know they're similar in terms of not possession, but you get what I mean.
It's quality and outlet.
Yeah, but in terms of like, you can't go from what Arsenal. You can't go from Liverpool to what Arsenal are. Yeah, you get what I mean? You have to kind of stay Liverpool, that high intensity, that feeling, that what Anfield brings. What Anfield brings from the fans, the players reciprocate, basically, on the pitch.
Correct. That is correct.
But it was a great game.
So I think for City, they've got the bar Arsenal, or is it Liverpool? I think Liverpool's got the
easiest running.
Yeah,
Liverpool do.
Easy to an extent, yeah. And I saw a tweet earlier today that Spurs have a big say in this title race, because they played you three, I think, in a row or in the space of like 4 weeks or something like that. Yeah,
because we got them at that White Hart Lane. White Hart Lane, the Tottenham Stadium.
Yeah, Tottenham Stadium, which is on White Hart Lane. But it's just obviously end of the month, Arsenal, Man City, seeing just before we started recording that Ederson's out for 4 weeks.
Yep.
So, but I did see earlier in the day people say there's a doubt he might come back for it, but obviously it's a big loss But then we'll take it as a decent backup though.
Yeah, so it's not the worst thing in the world.
It's not.
It's not a De Bruyne going out.
And even then, he didn't have the
Greatest,
best of games the other day. So.
But when he plays against Arsenal,
at the Etihad,
it's always anyway against Arsenal. It's always a long day for us.
This will, because now effectively the ball's in you lot's court. You're on top of the table, and the last 6-7 weeks, you lot have killed teams. So your goals difference is the best.
Yeah,
I think +7 on Liverpool, +6 or 7 on Liverpool, and like 9 on City.
Yeah.
So it's just like, bro, let's see what you guys can.
It's in our hands, man. But it was in our hands last year as well.
Yeah.
At this kind of stage as well.
The squad's slightly better now. Or in terms of how to utilise it.
100%.
Everyone knows their roles.
100%. And we've got the key players coming back. We got like Zinchenko's now fit. Partey obviously came on last few minutes of the game against Brentford the other day. Jesus is back fit playing.
But even then, like, you're still scoring mad goals with him not being there. Havertz is just stepping up now.
Yeah, finally. Finally.
Yeah, but it does take time for new signings as well.
But I'm just talking about in England in general.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah. So yeah, no, as you said, it's in our hands to go and win the title this year, and I feel like if there's a year we can do it, and then we can silence all the doubters and the naysayers, this would be the year, because obviously Liverpool are on a crazy run of form, playing great football. City are
playing for Klopp last season.
City are City. So I feel like if this is the year Arsenal go and do it, nothing can be said after. It'd be it's a title race for the ages, and if we can come out on top, then
Yeah, no, it definitely is a monumental title race for the ages. I think even as a neutral, it's just actually fun to watch. That it's not like a 2-team race or one team's just running away with it. It's just giving a bit of the old days to an extent, when Mourinho first came in. Yeah. Obviously it was United, Chelsea, but Arsenal would be there in the mix and stuff. So the Arsenal
Wenger versus Mourinho days.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of, obviously no manager really gets at each other like that.
It's true. It's true.
Mutual respects there between all. In fact, the mutual respect was there back in the day. It's just them lot will show more personality in that sense.
Yes, definitely.
Negative personality, which was great for us viewers. But yeah, it's just, I genuinely, obviously I had City to win the title. You had Arsenal in it. And
Deji had Liverpool.
Anyone can win it. 1 point between the top 3 is absolutely nuts. It's just who's going to drop points first.
And that's the thing. And because Liverpool don't have to play City or Arsenal again, that's where they're in good stead. Like, when 2 teams go to play each other, someone's dropping points.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Even if it's a draw, you're dropping points somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's down to, as you said, it's in Arsenal's hands. It's actually kind of in everyone's hands.
Yeah.
It's kind of in everyone's hands.
Not to stick it on like Arsenal, say, oh yeah, they must. But just because they're in that number 1 spot, but when there's a 0-point gap, when there's goals difference, and a 1 point gap, and then that game at the Etihad,
it is gonna be. And it's actually the next game that Arsenal play, so it's really, really key in terms of.
Oh yeah, because
but Champions League Tuesday.
Yeah. But effectively, after this week, Arsenal literally got 2 weeks off, 2.5 weeks off,
which isn't good for us
until their next game. In terms of your current form, you just want to play every other day. But City FA Cup, then 2 weeks. Obviously, players are going to be on international duty, so it's not really. But it's more so for the managers. They can work on stuff, innit? What a game. And I remember you lot are coming to Old Trafford, the penultimate game.
Yes.
And I said, if Arsenal win it out, the fact that the club's got history of doing it, I can't deny it now. Do you know what I mean? But I'll be like, I'll probably stop podcasting. I was like, I do not want to speak to you or see you.
Oh, man. Told you, when Arsenal win the league, I'm coming in the O2 Highbury shirts.
No, if you win, I'm saying just don't win the league at Old Trafford.
After you win the league at Old Trafford, I'm coming JVC shirt.
JVC where? Mate, you call me, knock on my door, anything. I'll tell my family, blacklist this guy from the house. He's been cussing everyone. Oh man. Oh man. I got haters here as well, so they'll probably call you and say, hey, he said. Nah, joking, but hey, this title race is special. It's absolutely special. Obviously, Liverpool, United can make some noise in terms of affecting it. But
Yes.
Liverpool go to Old Trafford as well.
Yeah.
This next weekend coming up in the FA Cup, but in the league next month.
It's Tottenham, United, and Chelsea could mess up some things. Chelsea really can't really mess up anything because they're messing with themselves right now. But Tottenham,
I think Spurs are the key for all teams because all of them play Spurs in April. So it's like,
and it's because we're going to, as I said, White Hart Lane. I don't know if City are going home or away.
I will check now,
but
because that is going to be a madness.
Because Spurs aren't the team you really want to buck,
Not the way they play now.
Yeah, they were good when they played Arsenal. Even though we should have won the game, they were actually good against us. They scored in key times. We drew the game. Sorry, we didn't. But they scored in key times. That was a good game. That's when I said, you know what? That's when I was actually saying Spurs could join this title race.
To be fair, I don't think they've lost a game when they've had a full fit squad.
No, they haven't, because they drew to us and then
they
and they beat Liverpool when Liverpool had 9 men. Oh, it's at Liverpool then, because I remember that game was at
they've literally got you 3 in a row. So 20th they've got Man City at home, 27th they've got Arsenal at home, and then the 4th of May they've got Liverpool away. Yeah, obviously those are just the Saturday dates, so they'll move it around.
Yeah, of course.
On that weekend, but in a row, 3 in a row, that might hurt their top 4 chances as well.
Yeah, because if you lose all 3,
so,
and Aston Villa, because they're still there.
Spurs, they don't lose to Man City at home since they've been in this new stadium.
They don't.
In the league, I don't think they've lost to them.
No.
Even the FA Cup games, when City beat them in Jan or whenever, it was a big thing for City to win there, innit? So,
yeah, I remember Ake scored that game, didn't he?
Yeah. So, yes, you're right. Because I think there was small controversy on his goal or something like that.
Yeah.
But, mate, Spurs were rampant the other day. I was watching their highlights. I say the other day, this weekend, I was watching their highlights today, and I was like, boy, I remember tweeting, and I was like, the intensity throughout the whole pitch was just crazy, like from defense to midfield to attack.
Spurs are playing some exciting games this year,
They have
some real exciting games.
Angeball it's a real thing, it's serious.
Even when they got slapped by Chelsea, because they only got slapped by Chelsea in the last few minutes.
And they were down to
9 men, and they were playing the same high intensity football. I was like, you know what? Trust in the process, and when you get your players back, you'll be able to do something. No,
don't get me wrong. Majority of the time, I love it, but there's other times I feel like managers should adapt.
Yeah.
Obviously, in that case, 9 men. He just fought high line. I'm like, bro. Sterling and Jackson were just in all games.
Yeah, and just missing.
Well, Jackson was missing, and he still got a hat trick, innit? And I was like, boy, but nah, mate, Spurs, if they get Champions League, they can really build. They can really build.
100%.
Their starting 11 itself, they've got good pieces, or good key pieces, I should say, in areas. Just add onto that or develop the squad a bit further in terms of depth, because their back four is keeper solid.
Yep.
Back four is very solid. Obviously, Van der Ven went off injured, done his hammy.
Yeah.
Again, I believe.
Yeah,
it's too quick.
No, yeah, that's his problem.
Did you see when he hunted Watkins down? I said, Lord of mercy.
Yeah. Can't mess around with a hamstring again this year.
Yeah. I think Papi Sarr, he's been very good.
Yeah.
Needs to get a bit more credit. And I know one of my Spurs mates, Jack, keeps on sending it to me. Like, because Spurs fans, they'll do this tweet of, oh, if he was English and he played for Man United and he was 18, we'll be basically saying
Kobe
Mino.
Yeah.
It's like, now Papi Sarr, top player, bad looks. Obviously, Madson's one of the best career players.
Basuma's in there.
League, and
Højbjerg when they need him.
Bentancur.
Yeah, they've got a good squad, you know.
They've got good pieces.
Yeah.
They've got good pieces. I think
Kulusevski.
Yeah, I like Kulusevski a lot.
Yeah.
I love his ball carrying ability. Pause. But like he travels with the ball so well, or gets them up the field. You see it in games when they've gone to Man City.
Yes.
The last 2 years, for instance, you see how effective he is in those games. And obviously Son's just top.
Yes. One of the ones that you don't know if he's one of them world class football players that go underrated, and you struggle to put him in the world class category. But when you think about it, when you think about it, it's like he kind of has to be in there.
Yeah. Because when we done our world class players, that's when I finally put him in around Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, over the years, I'd never put him in. I always used to think it was a bit purple patchy, but just on the edge of it and stuff. But I was like, do you know what now?
He has to be in there.
I can't dispute it now.
Yeah,
So,
Harry Kane's gone and he's continuing the same form of same run of goals and that
Spurs,
sort of stuff.
Yeah. A few more signings.
They're really in contention.
Yeah.
I like them. I'm an Arsenal fan and I shouldn't like them, but I like their squad as a football player.
Or just even watching them play. They're one of the
more exciting teams to watch.
I'd probably say when they're fully fit, they've probably been the best team to watch in the league this season. Because City haven't been there, like footballing blinding stuff this season in particular.
City have their moments.
Yeah,
if you catch City on the right day, it's
this season if you catch them, like I feel like City are easier to beat than Liverpool or Arsenal, if that makes sense.
Right now. Yeah.
But City can then also put you to bed.
Yeah, they could also beat 8-0.
Yeah, the quickest.
Yeah.
So, well, obviously Arsenal are starting to try to put teams to bed, destroy them, and then Liverpool are just getting pressed. Boom.
Yes.
So yeah, no, it's title race for the ages. Nervous?
Nah, man, feeling good.
It's good.
Feeling good.
It's good.
We're in a good form. Arsenal are, so can't complain about what's going on. Feeling real good heading into these games.
I think we've got the best defensive record out of the.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We've conceded the least goals.
The centre back pairing is so solid.
Yeah, and obviously we have. I don't know when Timber's going to be back. Obviously,
I think he started training recently, or like individual training. Yeah.
So we might get him for the last five games of the season.
Final running. That's true.
We need everyone we can get.
Bro, Jorginho, he's been fantastic.
Yeah.
Starting again. I feel like it's helped Rice just get forward a bit more as well.
Because he'd be scoring goals.
And Jorginho's positioning is so underrated on and off the ball.
He
receives it in the right areas. Or I won't say covers, but he shields the centre backs well enough.
Yes.
That like he can somewhat intercept it and stuff. Like people used to slander him because he's not quick in it and stuff. But
uses his brain.
He's quick up there, so
you're real sharp in the mind.
And I feel like since he's come into the side as well, it's allowed Odegaard, who I believe probably been your most consistent player throughout the season, to be further higher up the pitch. Or I felt like a lot of the games I'd say the Christmas period when you struggled a bit. Yeah, Odegaard's coming very deep to get the ball. A lot of the time, I'm like, this is where I felt you lot were missing Partey. Jorginho can come in and do the job as well.
And Declan Rice covers. It feels like there's two men in midfield when he's in there by himself.
He's a crazy engine, bro.
Yeah.
And then obviously Saka's just at a consistent high level now. You can't deny him. No one can try ish on his name.
No. Yeah. Then you got Martinelli and you got Trossard coming up.
Trossard quality player when he needs to be. And then Havertz, like he stated, mate, he's been
good. So we're in a good place, man. We're in a real good place, and hope long may it continue. City, that's going to be the toughest test, because it always is. We get through that, come out with those 3 points, then we're really.
I said, come out with those 3 points.
Then we're really in the
Not
money.
even a draw. He said 3 points.
We need 3, because Liverpool going to win that weekend.
Yeah, Liverpool got Brighton at home that weekend.
Yeah, and Brighton ain't on a good run of form either.
Yeah, they won this weekend, but.
Yeah, they've been.
Brighton drew at Liverpool last season 3-3. Trossard scored a hat-trick.
Yes, he did.
So, but obviously they've not got him.
Yeah.
And Brighton are one of those teams that when they want to turn up.
Yeah, because De Zerbi plays some serious football as well.
Yeah, but he also gets smashed as well. So I feel like people need to calm down on him a bit.
It's true, but I feel like if Pep was ever to move on, if he took over Man City's team. That's a crazy team right there.
People say that. I'm not always, but a lot of the time, I'm skeptical of managers at certain clubs going to top teams. Like, I always just feel like they somewhat lose their identity when they go to the top team. Or they'll not play. Graham Potter, for instance, when he went Chelsea, there was no form of the way he was playing when he was at Brighton.
That's true.
There was literally nothing.
That's true.
And obviously Brighton have continued with De Zerbi, but Potter was the one that got the ball rolling. So De Zerbi could pick up where he left off from effectively.
But with Pep, remember Chelsea's always a ticking time bomb. It's always a revolving door. So you never really know what's going on. He also didn't sign hundreds of them players.
Yeah.
He was just being told, okay, we're signing these players. Here you go.
Yeah, but
do something with them.
when no, I do get that point, but like you didn't even see certain patterns of play, for instance, and stuff like that.
Where I can say it's difficult, where it would have been difficult for Grandpa, I'm not making excuses for him because he didn't do a great job there.
Yeah.
But where it would have been difficult is when you got this revolving door of players. He said they had 40 odd players training at one point. You can't really
They couldn't fit into the changing room.
Exactly. You can't get anything going. The chairman signing players, like you're thinking, hold on, I don't want him. Yeah. Chairman signing him, and then you're trying to work out where he fits in this system. You're trying to work out if you want to play this guy, you want to play this guy. But the chairman's saying, you got to play this guy. So, when you're under that sort of pressure and then you can't even implement your style of play. And you're not there long enough to implement your style of play. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely. I said it at the time. I was like, give him more time. I'm not a fan of managers getting sacks early. It's like even players coming to certain teams or new leagues, bro, take time.
Yeah. Because but as I said, De Zerbi, I feel like if there is going to be a new rivalry in football, when Klopp leaves, I feel like Xabi Alonso should come. But I feel like, I feel like Bayern Munich. And then I feel like De Zerbi go to City if Arteta don't leave Arsenal, go to City. You get what I mean? Fair. But I see, and then you got another good big three kind of managers there.
Like up and coming. Yeah. Obviously Arteta started
to cement himself as
yeah.
But yeah, no man, there is good managers around the world. And I feel like De Zerbi is one of the younger ones that are coming up that's kind of top in terms of what he does in detail like the detail in everything he does.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see how Brighton finish off the season.
Yeah.
Especially they got hammered last week to Roma.
But that's the thing, Brighton are in the Europa League.
Yeah.
You would have thought Brighton were going to be in the Europa League.
They got hammered by De Rossi and the boys.
Yeah.
De Rossi's his friend, apparently. So
Lukaku was on fire that day as well.
Yeah. To be fair, off track, but Roma have been good since Mourinho got sacked.
Yeah, they have been.
And I love Jose, but when he's not United manager, I love him. But any other time, I'm like, so.
Even Italian football's been good. I've been actually watching because there's a lot of English players over there.
Yeah, it's true.
Like you got the Loftus-Cheeks over there, Tomori. Like, it's more AC Milan.
Ilian Jr. at Juventus, obviously he's not a star, but he gets a lot of minutes and stuff. He's very good, actually.
Obviously, you got Ademola Lookman. He's not English, but you get what I mean. He's from the ends. At Atalanta. Yeah, but Inter Milan are running away with that league.
Yeah, they've been in supreme form. Yeah. I think I saw their record the other day of like them only conceding 4 or 5 goals in a mad string of games, and I was like, fair play to them. Like Lautaro's on super crazy form. So yeah, fair. Can't take that away from Inter, but should we move on to some NFL?
Yes.
Because even though the NFL season is over, because my Super Bowl winning Chiefs, like a month ago, basically, NFL free agency.
Yeah, NFL season over, but the season begins.
Yes. Obviously, we've had the last couple of weeks early on from when the season finished. The coaching hiring party, etc. That's basically done.
Yeah.
But it's now the free agency period, and we're doing some like live updates. Well, not live updates, but whatever we see live, because it closes on the 13th, which is tomorrow.
Yeah.
But obviously, once this episode is released,
it
would have closed by then. So, just before we started recording, we saw the number 1 player of free agency, because he's a quarterback.
Yes.
Kirk Cousins.
Yes, First Cousins
has gone to the Atlanta Falcons. Who we thought Justin Fields was potentially going to.
Yes.
But yeah, when I saw earlier in the day, I was like, Kirk Cousins is open to speaking to the Falcons. I was like, shit. I was like, Kirk's going to get even more chains in Atlanta.
Yeah.
They've got a very good young receiving core. Obviously, Kyle Pitts, Drake London.
Yep.
Got Bijan coming from the back. Like, they've got good pieces, and they've got a solid defense as well. Play on turf.
Yes.
In the dome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It kind of suits his style since he's come from Minnesota where they're doing the same thing, so it works for him.
So he got 4 years and 180 mil.
Yeah.
Apparently 100 mil guaranteed. Kirk Cousins gets paid.
That is the statement.
Kirk Cousins gets paid.
Yes, he does. He doesn't ever leave anything on the table.
Nothing.
He signs on the franchise tag. He signs massive contracts, and he's that steady He's not that steady. He's that just outside of the top tier of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
That always.
I like him a lot.
Yeah, that's always like consistently there and consistently being paid. And he's going to be a starter, and he's gonna do something. He usually takes his team to the playoffs.
Yeah.
But then, as we said with the Dak Prescott thing, it's a similar.
Yeah.
Big game comes. Okay, you're not going to do anything.
And when Kirk's not got a good rep of primetime games are on TV, the only night games, etc.
Yeah.
He's got a very poor record actually. But yeah, like you were saying,
he's just an all round good player.
Yeah, no, he's a solid player, man.
Solid.
Me personally, I just like him in it. And like I said, his receivers tend to perform or get very good numbers.
Yes.
Innit? Like, obviously, Diggs was all right then, but Adam Thielen was the number one at that time.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen what Justin Jefferson's a freak, but we've seen what he's done under Kirk Cousins. I think put up the most yards in his first couple years.
Yeah, he broke OBJ's record and that sort of stuff.
Like, bruv. And JJ even touched 1,000 yards this season.
And he was injured for
half the season.
He's a joker. And Kirk Cousins was injured.
Yeah.
For the back end of the season, so.
Because I think at that point when Kirk Cousins got injured, he was leading the league in yards. So he could have possibly been up there with MVP depending on how the Vikings finished.
Yeah.
Obviously not saying he would have got there, but
yeah, he was in the top conversation.
Vikings defense this year was very good.
Yeah. Yeah. Their team was actually on a good kind of run of form.
Because when Justin Jefferson went out injured, was it Addison that stepped up?
Yep. Yeah.
Then when they come back, if Kirk was there, and before Kirk got injured, they started to find I think they started off 1-4, and then they won 3 in a row.
Yes.
After the Chiefs game, and it's like, bro, they're a dangerous team.
They are. Well, they were.
They were. And now that's the Falcons.
Yes.
Who are probably in the easiest division.
You'd say so.
Because no team actually drastically wins it out.
It's all one game here or there.
I think the last 2 years, the Bucks were 9-8 this season. Last year they won it at 8-9 on Brady's last season. It's no one's like a 10-11, 12 win team there for the obviously Brady's years before or whatever, but it's this is the chance for someone to wipe out that division. But another quarterback in that division, Baker Mayfield. I'm happy for Baker as well. Shake and bake.
3 years?
Yeah, 3 years, 115 mil. I believe.
30 like 38, 39 mil a year.
Yeah. Which one gives him stability? Also the Bucks as well. Like you stated to me before recording, Mike Evans, they sorted him out as well. He just had to stay.
Yeah, that's his hometown.
Yeah.
He embodies. He embodies the Buccaneers.
Their best ever player.
Basically, other than Brady just sliding in there and disappearing.
Mike Evans been there
10 plus years.
10 years.
Yeah.
1,000 yards every single season.
He's got like 12,000 yards in his career.
He's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Underrated receiver. Real underrated receiver.
Big time. And him and Baker built up like a good connection last season. So the Bucks, if they can just find some other pieces, and when quarterbacks know they're stable, obviously when you know you're playing for a contract, you tend to step up as well. So we'll see what Baker can do this year, but he's a good quarterback. Yeah,
he doesn't look like the type to rest on his laurels. He didn't really do it when he was in Cleveland. Then when he got moved to the Rams and the Panthers, he's a man that tries to work with what he's got. So good deal.
Personal.
Yes, and a real good deal for him. A good deal for him.
It is.
So well deserved deal. That's definitely what it was.
Because he took that risk of playing injured when he was at Cleveland.
Yep. Didn't pay out.
Fully backfired. People were somewhat trying to chase him, say he's not a starting quarterback anymore. It's bro. But I think that they asked him on First Things First if he regrets playing that year. And he said, nah, because he wouldn't be where he is today.
Of course.
Obviously, the journey and stuff like that. And I was like, fair play. So, yeah. But next on after Kirk Cousins, technically, in terms of ranking of players, Stone Cold Jones, Chris Jones.
Yes.
He's staying.
That was something you guys had to get done.
Staying. After we won the Super Bowl, I remember adding him as if we're pals. Saying, all right, you can leave with my blessing. But then, like, a couple of days later, I was like, no, he can't leave. Oh, my God, no. Because we saw in the playoffs how he disrupted quarterbacks from making throws.
Yeah, he was the main reason.
Key games, and he's
key plays.
And for the last couple of years, he's been the best defensive tackle in football for me. Taking that
easily.
mantle from Aaron Donald. Obviously, Aaron Donald was a bit injured last year and stuff, and he just gets triple team.
Yeah.
But Chris Jones, you just see him moving around. Like, boom, 5 years, 160.
Yeah, man. Was it guarantees? What was it,
I believe
90?
the guarantee was the first 3 years was 95 or something. Yeah. Like that. And you know, NFL, they'll play with the contracts for the last 2 years and stuff. Well, I think the extra 2 years was more of a courtesy of people are like, oh, he's I think 30 now, gonna be 30. They were like, he'll be older then, but he deserves that extra.
Yeah, you get that leeway when you've done this, when you produce what you can.
3 Super Bowls.
Yeah, and he's a mainstay of your defense.
He's the leader.
Yeah, you kind of can't. That was the person you needed to tie down first.
Mate, CEO of Sack Nation. That's it. So
good deal, great deal for him, and great deal for the Chiefs.
Great deal for us. Like, that's put me at so much ease of going into the season. Because we've started to give, like, is it Drew Tranquil? He got a contract, the linebacker. Obviously, Snead got franchise tagged.
Yeah, I thought they might try and trade him. Just because
he can still get traded. Yeah, but I reckon they'll try and pay him next year if he doesn't get traded now or request for a trade. And you'd understand if he would, because it's his first time really getting paid. Yeah. Shut down corner. And
someone silly not someone silly, but someone will overpay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of free agents in the NFL. Like, for the players, as long as they perform in their contract, they're more or less, if they don't get franchise tag, which pisses them off. Yeah.
It might be a bad team that overpay, but someone will overpay for you. Yeah. And you've already got your Super Bowl. You're kind of set. Depends what your ambition is.
That, whether you touch wood, this wood, injury in NFL is so common.
Yes.
One injury could just change your whole trajectory.
That's why you kind of got to take the money when it's there.
You understand why a player will go to the worst team to receive the best fees.
100%. See a man sign for the Bears, you're like, boy, what's the contract?
No, they just depending on what they do.
Yeah, it's true.
Because to me, whether they keep Justin Fields or drop
Caleb Williams,
they've got a quarterback there anyway.
Yeah.
They re-signed Jalen Johnson, the cornerback. Yeah, he was one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Obviously, you got DJ Moore. For me, they just need to build like more offensive pieces. In terms, their defense was all right. Yeah, build 1 or 2 more offensive pieces, and DeAndre Swift today actually.
Yes,
has gone to the. So that's their running back sorted. Yeah. If you keep Justin Fields, that's more dynamic.
Yeah, more dynamic. Yeah, you're right.
So. Couple O-line, all that jazz. Protect the quarterback. Yeah. No matter if it's Fields or first
Caleb Williams.
Yeah. Yes, I just said his name.
Yeah. But didn't the Patriots make a trade today for Mac Jones?
Yesterday. Or the day before. He's back up to Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. So that means there's an opening in New England.
One of the ones coming in the draft.
Yeah, but you could also.
Or Justin Fields.
Yeah, they could. Bill Belichick ain't there no more, so you get what I mean. Belichick's not there, so it's not
cold conditions.
Yeah,
from Chicago to New England.
Exactly. It's not the same like it used to. It's not Drill Sergeant City anymore.
Because I think they're
got a black head coach.
Kendrick, that as well. Jared Mayo.
Yes. Yeah.
The wide receiver, what's his name? Kendrick something. He signed a new deal today or something like that. So, I mean, mate, it's. The Ravens re-signing Justin Madubuike.
Yes.
Defensive.
Needed to do that. He was good. Real good season last year.
He led them in sacks.
Yeah. Real disruptor.
Mentioned Jalen Johnson. Your Panthers franchise tag Brian Burns.
Yeah, I know.
If a top team goes to trade for him,
then we're absolutely screwed.
Oh, you were screwed anyway.
Yeah.
But if a top team gets him, because I slightly wanted the Chiefs to get him in season last season, or I think the season before. I was like, make a deal. I was like, Brian Burns, he's one of the best edge rushers in the league. It's like...
The Panthers always making mistakes, man. We ain't made a correct mistake. We ain't made a correct decision in a good 5 years.
But I just hope, like, they can put pieces around Bryce Young. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the best decision we made in the past 5 years. But the way we didn't protect him last year, I was thinking, my goodness, you want this man dead?
And because he's so small already, you're like, bro, for a quarterback, it's just a bit of a madness.
Yeah, it's true.
Ooh, just seen Adam Schefter.
Yeah, well, we got what's the news?
Obviously, briefly mention Josh Jacobs going to the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
So the Packers have now informed Aaron Jones that he's being released.
Aaron Jones is being released.
Jeez.
No way.
Yeah. But I kind of thought that though. Like, because Josh Jacobs is a number one.
Yeah.
That's a big loss for the Raiders, one. But because apparently the Raiders offered him a good contract, but the Packers outbidded.
Wow. Aaron Jones being released.
Yeah. Right.
Ooh.
But that's a 1A, 1B kind of thing. They've replaced him.
They have, but that's
It's who's gonna pick him up.
That's good, you know.
Maybe the Cowboys. He's from Texas.
Yeah.
Because Skip always says when he comes back home, he always performs against them, etc.
My goodness.
Yeah.
My God.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else of recent before.
Derrick Henry still a free agent.
Saquon, yes.
Yes, that's speaking of running backs.
Going to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
One of my guys on Twitter, he said to me yesterday, we're getting Saquon. It's like, don't worry about that. I was like, boy. I said, I don't think running back's an issue for you guys.
Yeah, you guys got enough.
It's sorting out your backfield
yes.
and defense.
Yeah. And now your O-line.
Yeah.
Jason Kelce retired.
And even on D-line, Fletcher Cox.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was old, but your captain of your defense, effectively. But I see they've re-signed one of their O-line today. Mm-hmm. So, I think...
They're trying to bring back something.
Yeah, but...
Saquon to the Eagles.
That's a division. Oh, yeah, Giants lost into a division rivalry.
See, I like it, but I don't like it. Because I feel like Saquon could go somewhere else. It's good for him, actually. They kind of run first team anyway, in terms of... Yeah. So it makes sense. But I like Saquon in a big city. I know Philly is a big city, but I like him in like a...
And Philly's not far from New York either, so...
I want, to be fair, I want all running backs. I want them in like real running systems. I want them in Baltimore.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I just want all real running backs in Baltimore. So Lamar don't have to do the running anymore.
Yeah, but he's got a very good spot in terms of that. So he can catch from the backfield as well. So because Saquon is 3-year deal, 37.75 mil, could be worth up to 46.75
with incentives.
And fully guaranteed 26 mil.
Oh, okay.
So apparently the Eagles tried for over a year to get him to sign the extension, but they kept on falling short, and he finally leaves the organization after 6 years.
Yeah, well, the Giants were messing around.
The Eagles, sorry, the Giants.
Yeah.
The Giants messed up last year by...
paying Daniel Jones and
they
not
just
tag Daniel Jones because he weren't going to say nothing and pay Saquon Barkley.
Exactly. What, he's going to I'll leave and just like, all right, cool, we'll go get another quarterback.
You get what I mean?
You're not like a mainstay like that.
You can't lose like generational talents in the running back position to pay a quarterback that's just a guy. No disrespect, but you know, he's just a guy. No. So, and now you've lost him. Now you got to rebuild and find they're in a rebuild phase anyway.
Obviously,
Giants.
Running backs, you can't. The way it's been the last couple of years, late round picks from college, they're just performing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd say the one that was a high round pick that's performed last year was Jamal Gibbs for the Lions.
Yes.
Jamal?
Yes.
Gibbs, so I remember. Obviously, I think they drafted him up around 10 or something. I might be wrong, but it was high. Pardon. And he was sensational.
Yeah, but those guys are good in the block game, in the actual passing game as well. They add more than just, I'm going to downhill run.
No, it's true.
So yeah, so it depends where they're good in. If you're good good as a blocker and you can protect your quarterback at the same time, you add another like tool to your whatever they say.
To your arsenal, basically.
Yeah.
No goons. And T. Higgins. Has requested a trade. Obviously, he was franchised a couple of days ago. And we did say, and it's been said everywhere more or less, that we don't think the Bengals can pay him and Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
The Bengals are known as the tightest organization in football. But obviously Joe Burrow becoming the highest paid quarterback last summer
makes them even more tight.
And yes.
Yeah.
And Jamar Chase is probably waiting for CeeDee Lamb to get paid.
Yep.
Waiting for Justin Jefferson to get paid.
Yep.
Say, boy, they got that. So I need this.
Yeah, exactly.
I need the extra mil. I need the extra 500k. I need to be the number one ranked receiver that's paid the highest in football.
100%.
And obviously that's with Tyreek Hill right now. So I feel like the wide receiver market, someone might eclipse Tyreek, but it'll stay at an even kill once it does.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go past the 40 million mark.
Yeah.
It's at 30 million now. I think the furthest it's going to go 36.
Yeah. Even then, like.
And I think once it hits 36, I think it's coming straight back down.
Yeah, they'll basically do what they've done to
running backs. Yeah.
So,
the only market that's going that way is quarterbacks.
And probably pass rushers.
Yes. Yeah. Because the game's changed.
Yeah.
So you need them.
Game changers, bro.
Yeah.
Because, the pass rushers are always game changers, but you can see now, like we said, as great as the Chiefs or Mahomes is, every Super Bowl that we've won, we've needed Chris Jones.
Yes, exactly.
Because even if he doesn't make a play, someone else is. Like, you'd seen it, not this Super Bowl, the previous 2 that we've won, Frank Clark always stepped up in the playoffs.
Yep.
He'd lead Chris Jones by far in terms of sacks, but Chris Jones is getting double, maybe triple team. Frank Clark, go get the quarterback.
Yep.
Boom.
Similar with the Rams when they won the Super Bowl with their D line. They had Aaron Donald, they had Von Miller.
Yes.
They had players back there.
There's a note.
He retired, didn't he?
No, something Lloyd or Floyd.
Leonard Floyd.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. He's not there anymore. I can't remember what team he's with.
Then they had Jalen Ramsey as cornerback.
Yeah.
They literally, you see how big a part your defensive line plays when it gets to the crunch time in the playoffs.
Aaron Donald got to Joe Burrow on
yes.
the final play in the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
And then obviously Burrow couldn't make that pass. But yeah, like we said, the edge rushers and obviously Chris Jones, Aaron Donald, they're defensive tackles, but
yeah, they move anywhere. Like TJ Watt.
Yeah, insane. They're insane freaks. Michael Parsons soon get paid as well.
Because he doesn't want to be paid as a linebacker, does he? He wants to be paid as a defensive end because linebackers, the defensive DNs market is higher than the linebacker market. That's why.
I did not know that. I knew that in terms of DN market, but I didn't know Michael wants to be paid as a DN.
Yeah, that's why you don't want to be paid as a linebacker because linebacker is kind of Roquan Smith's 25 mil a year.
Yeah.
Where DNs they're 30s.
Well, we saw what Nick Bosa got last season.
Yeah, exactly.
The highest paid defensive player ever.
Yeah.
Obviously, Chris Jones is just about eclipsing it, I believe. But
you get what I mean. So when
get the quarterback, get paid.
Yes, that's the thing. So it's like, and it's not a small difference. It's a good 7-8 million difference. You get what I mean. So it makes sense to class yourself as a D end instead of a linebacker nowadays.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense in that aspect. Let me see if there's anyone else that hasn't. That has big moves. Up. Yeah, because this is currently refreshing on CBS. I think you asked about Patrick Queen earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't know what he was doing.
He's not been picked up. Let me refresh this now.
He's probably trying to work something out with the Ravens, but I don't know if they can pay him.
You don't.
What he wants anyway.
I didn't realize he was that young. He's only 24.
Yeah,
not 24. I'm wrong. No, he is.
Yeah, Patrick Queen's young.
Yeah, shit. Yeah.
Pro Bowler. All pro this year.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, did not know.
Yeah, see, so I feel like the Ravens need to. They usually pay their defensive players as well. That's the thing. So.
But they've always been built on having a great defense.
Yeah, and him and Roquan Smith this year, kind of their tandem was real good.
And Hamilton.
Yes.
When his time, obviously he's only been in the league 2 years, but
yeah, we don't have to pay him for a while.
Yeah.
I say we. I'm not even. I'm just a Lamar Jackson fan.
Nah, I hear it, man.
I'm a Carolina Panthers fan, but there ain't nothing good happening over there.
So. I hear it, man. Oh, Tony Pollard's gone to the Tennessee Titans, so the Cowboys definitely need a running back.
Yeah, Derrick
Henry's free.
Derrick Henry.
I feel like we said another running back. When you were surprised, Aaron Jones.
Yes. Oh yeah, Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones. They let Aaron Jones go.
Yeah.
That is. I can't believe that, man.
Apparently, Gabe Davis has gone from the Bills, which we kind of expected, but apparently he's gone to the Jags.
Oh, okay, that's odd. How much? How much do you get paid?
3 years, 39. I feel like the Chiefs could have done that because we needed a speed receiver.
3 years, 39.
Yeah, he's not. He was never getting like.
I know,
maybe
but it's
a little bit more.
Yeah. I thought 50 at least. 3 years, 50.
Yeah, which is what basically nearly 17. And
yeah,
it's true actually. Because say top end Tyreek's about 30 mil or so, and then who's second in that one? We saw it.
Devontae, 28.
28, yeah. Cooper Cup 26, AJ Brown 25,
Mike Evans 26 as well now.
Yeah, this article's from previous, but
even
that's actually because when you average it out, 30 mil a year, Gabe Davis maybe could have touched 17.
Yeah, I'd say he should have around
maybe an extra 3-4 mil annually. Yeah.
But Jacksonville, you're in Florida, no state income tax, so
you always do make that point.
If someone offered him 70 mil somewhere else, and he said, well, that ain't even really 17 mil over there, but if I take the 13 mil here, I'm probably gonna average it out as more money.
Because I follow one guy on Twitter, he's called Sports Taxman or something like that. When Jaylen Brown signed his contract last summer with the Celtics, obviously highest paid player in the NBA, I think Jaylen Brown annually was this year probably getting 59 mil a year. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
But he deducted every single tax. Like, there's so much specific different taxes that we don't see.
Yeah.
And I think after tax, he was only getting 24 million off that 59.
Yeah.
That's just me paraphrasing, but I remember it was less than half. And I was like...
It's because of where he lives.
Yeah, obviously Boston, New England, that area.
Yep, Massachusetts.
And then when you... Apparently... obviously our American viewers can probably explain in comments, but when you play in certain places, like as a traveling team, you have to technically pay tax.
Yeah, because you get paid your game check.
Yeah.
So you pay their tax on that. So you might make more in that area than you do in this area.
So for instance, if Mahomes is playing in Miami for a game compared to playing in, let's just say,
New York.
Yeah, New York. Yeah. He'll pay the
Miami's, which is nothing.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Compared to when you're playing in New York, you're playing in New York.
Because they only get paid like for the game trips. I think 30 weeks of season. I remember hearing something like that.
Yeah, they get paid for their games, so you don't get paid outside of your contract length. Yeah. So once the season's finished, you stop getting paid. Even like when the regular season finishes, you stop getting paid. You get for the playoffs, everyone's on a set salary, so every player makes the same amount of money for the playoffs. So I remember reading something. Don't quote me here. I thought it was something like 36 grand that every player gets for the playoff games. So everyone's on the exact same wage for the playoffs because the playoffs is paid by the NFLPA. I think it's not paid by the team.
Got you. Yeah.
So
hey, you learn some. Well, yeah. I love learning this shit. I'm like, okay, cool. This will now make me go read up more on like the whole contract stuff. The cap. One team. We can not talking a negative light of, but that it's not looking as fun for them yet is the Chargers because they've overspent over the years, and they cannot keep Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, Keenan Allen, and Mike Williams. They're at a cap hit with all of them. That they can't keep. And even I think Shannon made a good point today on Thursday about. The Saints, for instance, when they were under Sean Payton, they were under cap hell. Yes. And he just kept on rolling it over, and now they're suffering. Yeah. In the sense of
the back end of what he's done
and stuff. So the Chargers for them, obviously Harbor's coming. We think, obviously Herbert got paid last summer, and we think that there'll be a good connection between them for Herbert to raise his game. But Keenan Allen, special player. But yeah. I don't think they can keep... me personally, if out of the four, I'd keep Keenan Allen and Khalil Mack. I'd let Joey Bosa go. I think Khalil Mack's much better than him. Joey Bosa was great, but he's not his brother.
Yeah, no. And Khalil Mack has been dominant and...
Beast.
Yeah. He's been a disruptor his whole career.
Beast.
So, everywhere he's gone.
I think they can technically only keep two of the four if they're lucky.
Yeah, I see.
So, in terms of big areas, because they had JC Jackson. Remember they paid him a lot, and obviously he's gone back to the Patriots. Schlag, boy.
One big move, which is probably actually the biggest one we forgot. Russell Wilson to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Steeler Nation. Let's ride.
Yes.
Where's their drum we need? No Broncos country. Let's ride. Obviously, we knew he was released from the Broncos, but I think that's a good deal for all parties.
Yep.
Considering how how, I won't even say solid, how good the Steelers defense is.
Mm-hmm.
It literally's got them to the playoffs with no quarterback play.
Yep. Yep.
They've got very good skilled players.
Yeah. Pitts, Najee Harris.
Pitts.
I said Pitts.
You're thinking.
I'm thinking. Oh my God.
Maybe you forget his name now. The wide receiver.
Yeah, and I actually said Pitts.
There's Deontay Johnson.
But they've got him on the trade block.
Yeah, and I see someone say the Chiefs are going for him.
Yeah.
I was like,
who was the player that left my mind? Because I said Pitts.
You've disorientated me.
What the hell?
You've disorientated me. No, come up. George Pickens.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
cool.
where my brain went. Yeah, Pickens.
Very good.
Yeah.
You got, like you said, Pickens, Deontay Johnson, if he stays.
Mm-hmm. Najee Harris at running back.
Yeah, and even the backup running back, Jalen Warren.
Yeah.
He's bloody fast.
Yes.
It's stupendously quick. So, well, I'll say backup. He might, next season, he might be the
starter. Yeah.
Najee the backup or share carries. And yeah, so we're saying Steelers.
Yeah.
They've got a team to work with. If Russ plays as good as he did this season.
Good pickup. They run a lot of play action.
Yeah.
Russ is key in that play action. I feel like it's a good fit. It's a fresh start for him. Real fresh start. I don't feel like Sean Payton was a fresh start. Sean Payton came in, said he never took to Russ.
Even the year before with Nat Hackett as well.
Yeah. It never felt like it was correct. Whereas this feels like not a match made in heaven, but it feels like, the Steelers have needed someone, and Super Bowl winning quarterback, a quarterback that's been in the MVP conversations.
Yep.
He's at the back end of his career, but he's still playing good football.
Yep.
And I feel like
good enough to be a starter. Still,
yeah. And he's taken a team friendly deal as well, obviously, because he's getting paid 38. He's getting paid his money from Denver. So
good for the Broncos.
So yeah, I feel like it's a good move for all parties involved.
Got a coach he's a serious coach, Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
I think Arthur Smith, the Falcons head coach last season, is their offensive coordinator.
Yep.
So we'll see how they mesh it, because I remember Steelers offensive coordinator got a lot of somewhat abuse this past season. But yeah, you got a proper serious head coach. I think that mutual respect will be there. We've seen how Mike Tomlin, when he was on the pivot, and everyone says that he's the kind of coach you want to play for.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, black head coach as well in that sense.
Yep.
He's been in the league for how many years now?
Forever it feels like.
So, yeah, for us, I feel like because of the way things, I've never been a massive support. I've liked him, but I've never been a massive supporter of him. It's just he's a good player.
Yeah.
All that, I like him. Just blah. But people he's a bit corny. Doesn't matter.
Does his job.
He's not hurting anyone.
Yeah.
He's a man of God. Loves his family. Just bro, do your thing.
Yeah.
But now this has made me, the whole Broncos fiasco with Sean Payton, who I do not like, has made me root for Russ even more. Innit? It's like I would have been a bit pissed if he was ushered out the league or made to be a backup quarterback, for instance.
Yeah.
Let him do his thing. Well, I hope he does.
Yeah. Regardless, he's getting paid his money.
No, he is, without a doubt.
The Broncos took a big cap hit there, and I don't know what they're gonna do. But this is a Sean Payton move. Sean Payton did this. They're not in terms of taking a cap hit and just spending money and
Well, that one weren't his fault in terms of that, because it was done before he came.
Right.
Before he arrived. So,
but it's his fault that he didn't want to work with Russ, and now Denver really got to rebuild.
I've not got a problem with that. If he weren't a fan of him as a player, it was just the disrespect, that outright
consistent disrespect as well.
And the thing, Russ isn't the player that disrespect. He's probably the nicest player in the NFL. He doesn't disrespect no one.
Nope.
And when people bro, react bad, he'll be he'd take the high road where 99.9% people wouldn't.
You're right. You're not right.
So it's nah. So when players do push back on certain things, I'm this is why, because you've got people like that will allow I'm not saying he allowed someone to disrespect him, but when they do get disrespected and there's no pushback, they don't get the defense that they need. Say media-wise, especially with Sean Payton, he's loved in the media. It's bro.
Yeah. Interesting.
It is
interesting.
But yeah, I guess we can somewhat wrap up this free agency talk and probably touch up on it next week when
everything's
it's
kind of
finalised, this week and stuff like that, when they can legally speak to players
everyone.
and all that jazz. We know how it works. Probably see one or two few more interesting moves. Pittman Jr. stayed with the Colts. Forgot to mention that, which is probably good for them. Would have liked him at the Chiefs, speed demon, but I want everyone. But yeah, song of the week. Song of the week.
My song of the week this week, actually, it is by...
I think I'm struggling for mine this week. I feel like I've listened to more mixes.
Oh, so what? Might be a song in there. There might be a song in there. But my song of the week is by Freddie Gibbs, Conway the Machine, and The Alchemist, and it is Babies and Fools.
Okay,
real
Gibbs.
Yeah, real serious track. I've been back listening to rap. I said, I've been listening to so much R&B. I need to
that old school rap.
Yeah, so yeah, Freddie Gibbs, real. Whenever The Alchemist is on the track, I already know what's happening because he's a crazy producer. So yeah, that's my song of the week. Babies and Fools.
Something popped up on the time J. Cole and your guy Bars. Is it Bars?
Yeah, Bars.
And it just immediately made me think, oh yeah, this is the guy that you listen to. And I see people talking about how good they are
connection.
When they track together. And I was like...
They had the song on FIFA. Na, 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 na,
I can't even remember.
This one's like Tribe.
Maybe I should start listening to it.
Yeah, they got a good connection.
Just made me think. Mine is the song... I don't know if the song or artist. The artist, I believe, is called Crayon. And the song's called Ijo. I heard it in Nando's over the weekend.
The Nando's toilet tracks.
Make
it groove.
Yeah, I'll come out of the toilet. And yeah, so the artist is called Crayon. And the song's called Ijo, Laba Laba. And I was like, yo, I walked back down the corridor. I was like, Shazam. Because I was outside the toilet. I was like, yeah, I need to pick this up. And I was like, yeah, it's a bit of a vibe. So.
Yeah, there's always good songs you find in Nando's, to be fair.
No, definitely. So yeah, mine's Crayon Ijo. Like I said, I've been listening to more mixes from last week's Song of the Week onwards.
Yes, but the playlist is created. And it's called Escaping the Noise. So Escaping the Noise is just a playlist that's basically you're escaping the noise, and it's got a mix of our songs of the week in it each week, and just unheard artists from around the UK, the US.
What's this on Spotify?
On Spotify.
Cool.
Escaping the Noise.
It's the first time I'm hearing it, so I gotta look it up. And Deji, when you listen to this, it's here. Escaping.
I sent a link in the chat.
Yeah, actually, do that.
Yeah. So yeah, Escaping the Noise, that's the playlist name, and yeah, it's just something that is... It's for everyone, and it's to listen to artists that unheard and the ones I'm listening to, and then we add our songs of the week in there too.
Cool. We'll actually tweet the link as well. Obviously, we could probably post on Insta if it allows you to.
Yeah, probably.
It should.
Yeah, we'll probably be able to.
I've never done that but yeah, we'll try to do it on Instagram as well. But we'll definitely tweet that playlist out, and then anyone else can join the gang and listen. But yeah, like Jacob said, escaping the noise.
Yes, and remember when we actually post our song of the week to comment yours, so we can also add those into the playlist, so we can kind of engage with you guys. You guys kind of know what we're listening to. We want to know what you're listening to, so it makes sense for us all to kind of be together on the music front.
Yeah, no, definitely. We definitely want to hear what you are listening to in general. Just it could be a banger.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. A million artists out there. I want to learn all the new ones. So
there's the music head right here. So yeah, cannot complain. But what are you saying? Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Yeah, nothing. No outstanding AOBs, etc.
No. I'm trying to think about anything else apart from the just the LSU, the girls. LSU and
South Carolina. I think.
Yeah, the little scuffle.
Yeah, so this is college basketball.
Yeah, women's college basketball.
Women's college basketball. Yeah, 2 top teams, and then there was a little fight where quite a few players got ejected.
Yeah, most of them. They were playing 5-on-5.
Yeah, there was no players on one of their bench. But so yeah, no, that was interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Did you see Flojo's brother
jumped over the. Yeah, I said, brother. I said you got mixed up where you are.
And then he realized that
where he was.
I think Camilla something, the Brazilian. She's 6'8" or something.
Yeah, you realized how tall she was.
It's like shit. Because the irony, before that game, their feed come up on my Instagram. I might have come up on our pages Insta when I was looking at something and I looked it up. I'll send it to you, but it was their head coach for South Carolina flew over her mum, so Camilla, the Brazilian, the center, her mum and her sister, surprisingly, for like their running and stuff like that.
Right.
So one like training session and stuff, then they were just talking about how much she sacrificed for her family. So they just wanted to do something nice, and then families turn up, and then the following game she's hit. I don't know if you saw the game winning free.
Nah.
I'll send you that as well. And her first 3-point attempt, final second of the game. I think it inbound, it was like 1 point something seconds. They've thrown it to her, and they've maintained their unbeaten record from that. And again, they maintained it winning after the fight. But I was like, that was a lovely moment, absolutely lovely moment.
Yes.
Well, the whole family aspect, but not the fighting aspect.
Yeah,
it's
true. But speaking of fighting, one last thing: Anthony Joshua absolutely destroyed Francis Ngannou.
Showed Tyson Fury how to do it.
Yep, I don't think Tyson Fury wants to fight Anthony Joshua.
AJ seems like he's
back.
Yeah, he's at he even said he might now be entering his peak.
Yeah, he looks back to what he was in terms of sharpness, power.
And he looks like a better boxer as well.
Yeah, and that deadly finishing skill he's got, man.
Mate, no joke. I thought Ngannou was like, I slightly thought he was a bit dead.
Yeah. When I saw his knee, I said, ooh.
It wasn't even that. He wasn't moving for time.
Yeah, that
and
too.
I'm like my group chat was popping. I was like, no, Big Man thing, is he alive? Like,
yeah.
Like, it wasn't no joke, but it was a joke. Like, what's going on? Like, yeah. And even the fight before that, Joseph Parker, Zhang knocked him down twice. And Parker boxed so well. Yeah. And won. So.
He's on a great run of form as well.
2 massive wins back to back.
Deontay Wilder, Zhang.
Yeah.
He's probably looking for a world title shot.
Yeah.
Well, if Tyson Fury beats Usyk, I don't think that will happen. Even if Tyson Fury fights Usyk at this rate.
Well, it was meant to be this month.
Yeah, but Tyson Fury had an eye injury. But I was looking at him the other day and I saw no eye injury. Yeah, honestly.
Oh, was it last month? It was meant to be one of them anyway. Yeah. March, like, so we'll see. That one's going to be an interesting one as well.
Yeah, man.
And yeah,
sports is just ramping up.
Business end, man.
Yes.
Business end season. NBA. We haven't even done no NBA talk.
Yeah.
And this weekend there's been some very good games, some good wins. The Lakers are on a little run.
Yep.
So it's like, see if they can maintain it. And like we said, the fight for the West is just it's a madness. Everyone's picking up. Yeah. It's a madness. And then obviously the Celtics lost back-to-back games and then beat the Suns after. So NBA, don't worry, we're coming back.
Yes,
we're coming back because we've been talking NBA heavy last couple of weeks. But yeah, just wanted to address other things for a bit. And we'll be back with the NBA talk next week. Don't you worry about that.
Yes.
But yeah, as we close up, again, as we always say, we really appreciate you guys. Thank you for sharing everything that you guys do, commenting, supporting, etc. Continue to do so for us, please. Get me. It's the only time I say please, because we won't be anywhere without you guys' support. So yeah, as Jacob likes to say,
like and subscribe.
Get me, because I messed that up, and usually because Deji's not here, Deji likes to say, tell a friend to tell a friend. And more importantly, Ramadan Mubarak to our Muslim friends, family, followers, etc. Love and appreciate you guys. You get me? And I hope this month for fasting, we hope this month for fasting for you guys is like exactly how you want it to go. And yeah.
Yes.
Joe?
Blessings.
Joe, and I'm signing out.
Jacob, signing out.
Peace.
Thank you for listening.
Yes, my people, then. Love y'all.